This year, I also want to highlight our agency partners that together make up Team Springfield. And I'm sure most of you have seen or heard Team Springfield. And tonight I want to highlight some of the accomplishments of each of those agencies. First, Willamette Lane Park and Recreation District. Willamette Lane bond measure projects have come to completion. This past fall, the final project of the $20 million bond that was passed in 2012 was completed. The final project took place at Doris Ranch. It included flushing toilets, which sounds, like you should always have that, but flushing toilets in parks is a luxury sometimes. So thank you so much, Willamette Lane, for including that. A patio seating area, a brand new entryway that was selected by Willamette Lane patrons using voting on social media. Willamette Lane was able to leverage this bond to gain an additional $3.4 million in funds through donated lands, agreements, collaborating with organizations, and securing another $964,000 in grants. Best of all, Willamette Lane received more than 2,000 hours of volunteer labor to help Springfield improve 16 parks and facilitate throughout the district and add 10 miles of new trails, to name just a couple of examples. 2019 marked an important year in the history of Willamette Lane, celebrating the 75th anniversary as the first park and recreation district in the state of Oregon. The event drew more than 6,500 people, which made it the largest event in Willamette Lane's history. I think they should get a round of applause for that. In November, Willamette Lane secured a grant for approximately $240,000, which allows them to begin the next phase of the Thurston Hills Natural Area Project. This project will further develop the southwest side of Thurston Hills. Preliminary plans for the second phase of development include an additional 5 miles of trail that will have segments for beginner, intermediate, and advanced mountain biking, as well as shared use trails for hiking. Our utility board. Springfield Utility Board invested in our local students by contributing $150,000 towards a water and electric learning lab grant, which helps train the next generation of scientists. Through Springfield Infonet, a newly launched telecommunications initiative, SUB is working with internet service providers to expand access to broadband internet to Springfield businesses and residents. Emergency planning is a priority for SUB. The utility is reviewing and, where necessary, reshaping its emergency operations to ensure compatibility and consistency with city, county, and state plans. And our Springfield School District. In 2019, the Springfield Public School District turned a chapter and selected Mr. Todd Hamilton as the new permanent superintendent. 2019 also saw the district continuing to expand our existing partnerships with mental and behavioral health providers, including Cahoots, Ophelia's Place, Looking Glass, and Direction Services, to name a few. Looking forward, Springfield Public Schools stands at the cusp of a historic reinvestment in K-12 education and support for historically underserved children. This coming year, it will be an exciting year of collaboration and community building as the district works to strategically invest these new funds to maximize student success. Work to align and create avenues for our community to join alongside the district continues and is particularly evident in the generous community donation of a turf field recently installed at Maple Elementary, and the increase of food supports our vulnerable populations by the Assistance League of Lane County. In speaking of the achievements of our core partners, this year I want to highlight the Springfield Area Chamber of Commerce as our premier business organization. The Chamber launched 2 new signature events in 2019, bringing together hundreds of businesses, civic, and public sector leaders. and influencers around current topics of regional, economic, and community development, the State of Business Breakfast in May, and the Leadership Summit in September. The Chamber expanded on small business education programs like Business Boot Camp and launched a digital news platform. Work Ready has also provided funding to important career and technical education programs. The 2019-2020 Health Science Medical Assistance Program will be introduced at Springfield High School this year. Students completing the program will be able to sit for the medical assistant certification, giving them a leg up in a good paying jobs at living wages in our local community. It will be the first high school program of its kind in the state. Work Ready has become a model program inspiring scale-to-fit initiatives and programs in peer communities across the state. Work Ready business and community partners, leaders are advising 4 of these communities on how to plan, design, and implement their own Work Ready programs. To date, more than 350 businesses have offered their expertise, knowledge, and resources to strengthening our Springfield students' educational path to successful careers. Nearly 3,800 students have participated in Work Ready. These efforts are under the guidance of Chamber President and CEO Vonnie Mikkelsen. In recognition of the Work Ready initiative and leadership, Vonnie was awarded Oregon Workforce Champion 2019 by the National Organization of ACT College and Career Readiness. Vonnie, yes, you can. Vonnie represents us on the Oregon State Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors and was elected to chair the board in 2020. She is a true champion for business success in Springfield, which is why I selected Vonnie as this year's Spirit of Springfield Leadership Award recipient. Many of you, like me, know Vonnie, but I want to show you a bit more about what makes her a true Springfield leader. I'm going to show you a video.